Hello everybody, welcome to your next TRX sweat workout on TRX Live and On Demand. My name is Amy McMullen, I'm the TRX Master Instructor, and today I'm going to take you through an upper body and core based sweat workout, okay? So, to get started, you're going to need to I forgot this last week, start your workout tracker if you've got one, okay? For those of you that are tracking your things, go ahead and hit start so that we don't forget it. All you need today is your TRX suspension trainer. You're going to need a water, you're going to probably need a towel because we're going to get sweaty, and you're going to want a mat or something cushy for your knees, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and get my hair back, get this ponytail cinched because I mean business, and I will get the timer started because we are going to get started right away, all right? So first up, straps need to be at mid-length for our warm-up, all right? So go ahead and grab your straps. We're going to start with some TRX squat rows. You're going to stand facing the anchor point. You're going to lean back with your feet slightly wider than your hips, drop into a hack squat, and then pull yourself up into a high row, okay? We're not doing a ton of lower body work today. The only lower body stuff you'll see are in the high intensity sections, but we are doing a lot of pulls, planks, and some rotation work today. So your eyes are up on the anchor point, you have a nice flat spine and straight hips on that row. We are almost there, we've got 5 seconds left here. And rest. We got a T-spine rotation. So you're gonna grab your foot cradles in your right hand, turn towards that hand, so you're sideways to the anchor point. Free arm goes on top, outside toe goes to the back. You're gonna lean back, rotate that free arm around, and then pull yourself up back to that standing position, okay? So I like to take this foot a little bit out to the side, go reach back, and then pull yourself back up. This should be getting a good rotation in the middle of your spine, because we're gonna have some rotation work later, and we wanna be ready for it, okay? Let's go ahead and get set up on the other side. Grab both foot cradles with your left hand. You're going to turn towards that hand, so you're sideways to your anchor point. Outside foot goes to the back. Free arm goes to the front. I'm going to lean back on this arm, taking this one around, watching it as I go, rotate around. Oh, nice little adjustment there. And then pull myself back up to standing. Lean back, big exhale, reaching with the arm, and then pulling myself back up to standing. Deep breath in. Big exhale back, and then all the way back up to standing. All right, we've got rollouts, all right? So we are gonna stand facing away from our anchor point with our palms down at shoulder height. You're gonna come up onto your toes, straighten your hips. All we're doing is raising the arms up so our plank comes forward, and then lowering them back down to about shoulder height or chest height. Arms come up, and then you lower them back down. Anybody with shoulder issues? If you offset your feet, that'll give you a chance to let your leg kind of help you out if you're a little leery about taking your arms overhead. But just make sure that your booty goes with you every single time, no matter what, all right? Arms are going up overhead and then right back down. So we've got a few high intensity things today. Some side shuffles are part of it. So you're gonna need about a little bit of space for about 3 to 4 side shuffles. If you're taking it easy, you're gonna step. If you feel fine, you're gonna get a little pace back and forth. So we're going just to get used to this work. I want your toes pointed forward. I want you to lower the legs a little bit and your booty out. All right, next up are booty jacks. So I love these things. This is like a squat jack. You may have heard of it referenced that way. Your regular no jumping option is just to squat side to side and then step together, all right? Your jumping option, if you feel fine to jump, is a squat, feet together. Squat, feet together, all right? I take my arm down for a little reach just for something to do with my hands, all right? So from here, we've got karaokes that are coming up. You're gonna be traveling side to side with these guys, and you're just taking one foot front and then back. So you get a little twisting action here, and then you're going back the other way, all right? The more you kind of twist your hips and let your arms kind of do what feels natural, the better that's gonna be. You gotta pick your feet up so you don't like trip over yourself, all right? 180-degree jump turns, we're gonna have these guys later. All this is just a squat jump facing different directions, all right? So if I start here, I'm gonna squat, jump, turn 180 degrees, and then I'm gonna come back the way I came. Squat, jump. You wanna always make sure you go different directions or go back the way you came, because if you turn the same way the whole time, you're gonna start getting dizzy, okay? All right, we are gonna get started in 1 minute. I'm just gonna make sure all my stuff is plugged in, ready to go. All right, so 4 rounds of 4 exercises. So we've got an upper body exercise, a little pull. Then we've got 2 core exercises. We got some side planks today, so we're going to be doing a 1 set for one side, and then obviously repeating the other side, and then we'll have our little high intensity section. Each round is going to progress and get a little bit harder than the round before it. All right, so we're going to move along with this, but we want to start with straps short. All right, so tilt your barrel lock, pull that adjustment tab all the way up to the top, and we're going to start with an exercise that I'm sure everybody knows. We're going to do some TRX rows. We're going to go low row and high row. Stand facing your anchor point. Walk in so your elbows are low. Find a little bit of an angle here and pull. Elbows are going to low to the sides, and then your palms are going to turn down so your elbows are high out to the sides. Elbow low to your sides, elbows out to the sides. 1 low row, 1 high row. We've got 40 to 45 seconds of work for each exercise, and then we've got 15 seconds to transition. So the transitions are quick, all right? 1 low row, 1 high row, and you guys all know that the lower you get, the harder that is load-wise, all right? So if you want a little bit of load, get deeper in your ankle. If your feet are sliding, offset your feet like how I'm doing. And rest. We've got kneeling rollouts. I want you to tilt both of your barrel locks, bring your straps down to mid-calf length, and then grab your mat for your knees. We're going to be kneeling here, facing away from the anchor point, straightening your hips and doing that exact same move that we did in the warm-up. I'm going to raise my arms, my plank is going to come forward, and then I'll lower my arms to bring myself back up to the top. You do not have to do this one quickly. Like I said, we've got 4 rounds of this, so you're going to get 4 sets of everything in. You got plenty of time. Some people like to bring their hands together. I've got overhead mobility issues, so I take mine about shoulder width apart. The biggest thing here is trying to keep a straight line from the crown of your head to your knees. So I've got a plank rocking from my whole body except the knees down. All right? I'm just trying to pull my belly button in and support my spine. All right, from here, we've got side planks. So I want you to pop those toes in. I'll show you different ways to get your toes in later. I'm facing sideways to my anchor point, but I'm on the ground this time. All right, top foot's in the front, elbow down. I'm going to straighten both legs and then press up here. All right, I'm looking for you to have your hips as high as your feet. I'm looking for your head to be kind of parallel with the floor, so you're not dropping it down and you're not trying to look straight forward, okay? Hands can be on the ground for a little bit more support. If your feet are totally still and you're not swaying back and forth like this, then you can try to do this without the hand on the ground, but only if you can control your feet. All right, now from here, I want you to straighten your hips out, looking straight forward, hand down, hips down, all right? We're all gonna roll to our stomachs, and then we're gonna roll over to the other side. When you do that, your top foot should already be in the front, all right? Even out your feet, make sure you're in line with your anchor point, and we're going second side. Hand on the ground, legs straight, hips up. Same idea here. Once I'm still, and once I've got my balance, I feel steady, my hips are up, I'm going to test by taking my hand just a little bit off the floor, and then I can move it up if I'd like. You can do anything you want with this hand, but what I'm looking for is this top hip right on top of the bottom hip, this top shoulder right on top of the bottom shoulder. We've got 8 seconds left. I'm trying to get my hips straight. I just realized I was hinging forward. And rest. Hand down, hips down. Pop out of there. We've got side shuffles with 2 booty jacks. I'm going to get my mat out of the way. We are going to side shuffle down, side shuffle back, and do 2 booty jacks. Ready? Here we go. I'm going to side shuffle towards you. I'm going to side shuffle back. 2 booty jacks here. Squat, together, squat, together. Side shuffle down, side shuffle back. 2 booty jacks together. All right? Now, if you don't have a ton of room, 2 to one side, 2 to the other, and maybe 4 booty jacks since you've got a small spot. You can do just a couple, 2 booty jacks or 4 booty jacks. Obviously, it's up to you and your space. All right? If you've got a big space, travel a lot. And it's fun. We can't go anywhere else, so you might as well get some good side shuffles in. I'm looking for your upper back to stay flat, so shoulders back. Chill. All right. That was round 1. Super quick. No big deal, right? Everybody grab a sip, and we'll get ready for round 2. Whew. We got 1 minute to recover after each one of these rounds. I'm going to pull up my britches. I'm going to take a couple deep breaths. A long breath out will help you catch your breath if your heart rate's still really high. Short breath in, long breath out. Now, my straps are currently at mid-calf. I'm going to keep them there. I'm making my foot cradles a little bit bigger so it's easier for when I get my toes in. We're going to start with a TRX Clutch Curl. This is a bicep curl with your palms turned inward instead of up like our traditional one. So, grab your straps, stand facing your anchor point, palms facing each other. You're going to walk in so your knuckles are together in the middle of your chest. I'm going to straighten my arms to lower the plank, pull my knuckles together right at my chest. Straighten the arms to lower the plank, pull my hands together at the top. So I can do a little bit more so we get lower in my ankle. And then I'm going to start to crank these guys up because we've only got 22 seconds left. All right? I'm trying to keep my shoulders down away from my ears. I'm trying to keep my hips straight as can be so they don't start collapsing at the bottom and I don't use momentum to get myself up. And I'm bringing my knuckles to each other to the center of my chest every single rep. And rest. We're going kneeling rollouts again. So grab your mat. Now, I'm going to give you an option to make this kneeling rollout harder. If you are not anchored to a wall or a door and you've got overhead space, we're going to face the anchor point. So I'm going to face the anchor this way. I've got my hips straight. I'm going to do the same thing. Now, this is a harder version because you've got more range of motion. You've got a lot more work to do in your upper body. Everybody else, you can do the regular version we did last time, facing away from the anchor point. Okay? So now, my shoulder doesn't like that version, so I'm going to come with the rest of you guys here. Palms down, sending the arms overhead. And if you watch my hips, I'm basically trying to keep my hips totally straight all the way out and all the way in. Now, most people do a great job of keeping them straight on the way out, but then they'll break at the hips and then kind of sit up like that. And you'll notice you won't feel as much good core stability when you do that. All right, resting up, side planks. So I'm going to sit facing the anchor point, holding on to my handles. I'm going to put my left foot in the right foot cradle, and then my right foot in the left foot cradle. Top legs on the front. All right, elbow under your shoulder. Come on up. This is your side plank here. Now, if you've got your balance, you want to go ahead and take that hand off. We're going to try a leg split. You're going to separate the legs, hold them out for just a second, and then bring them back together. Separate the legs, hold them for just a second, and then bring them back together. You can always do this putting your hand on the ground, but I want you to know that if you put your hand on the ground, try not to twist towards the ground while you do that. All right, we are trying to work the side of the body here, and that's why I want those hips stacked and kind of level this way. And rest. Hand down, hips down. We're going to roll our stomach to do the other side. All right, top leg is in the front. Even out your feet. Make sure you're centered at the anchor point. Elbow under your shoulder, hand down, press yourself up. All right, so once I'm steady, my feet are still, my hips are high, I can take this hand off and make sure I've got that balance. I'm going to separate the feet, hold for a second, pull them back in. Separate the feet, hold for a second, pull them back in. All right, here we're out and back. Same deal. The only thing that's moving, my legs from the hips down. My torso is still, my shoulders are still, my arms are a little bit shaky, but for the most part still. And hands down, hips down. Rest and come out of that. All right, we are going back to our high intensity section. So we've got a side shuffle down, a karaoke back, and then we're going to turn around. Here we go, side shuffle down to one side, stop, karaoke back, one leg front, one leg back. When I get here, I'm going to turn. So I lead with this leg now, side shuffle down, I karaoke with this leg now, all the way back, and then turn when I get there. Side shuffle here, karaoke back, turn around. Side shuffle here, the faster you go, the better, as long as you don't bite it, and then turn. I'm going to say that and I'm going to totally eat it here. Stay low, use those arms if you want. You got the ground, cover it. Rest. All right, everybody, grab a drink. We're halfway done. 2 rounds down, 2 to go. The more in shape you get, the less time it takes you to recover. Always nice. We're going to start this next round, round 3, kind of putting that high row and that clutch curl together, but then we're going to add a little rotation and toss the hip. This is called the hip throw for some rotation. I'm going to keep the straps at mid-calf length for right now. We're going to stand facing the anchor point. I want you guys to walk in so that your knuckles are to your sides, feet a little bit wide, and then I want you to twist to one side. Now I'm going to twist back towards the anchor, straighten my arms, pull my hands together, and then twist. Straighten the arms to lower, knuckles together, twist, and back. So knuckles together. I'm kind of rowing with one arm, but keeping the hands to each other, and I'm tossing one hip around so that I kind of drive that rotation and twist through my T-spine, thoracic spine. Okay, same deal. The lower you get, the harder this is, but we've got our straps longer than usual here, so you don't have to get really low. One more, and rest. Half kneeling rollout, so lower the straps, grab your mat. Now, what we're going to do here, we're facing away from the anchor point. I'm going to put my right foot up, and I'm going to roll out to the left diagonal here. So, I'm going to roll out this way, and then kind of come back to center. So I'm coming on an angle here. All the way out, sending my hips forward, and then coming back. So if I turn towards you a little bit more, if I do that, I'm going to run into that post. So if I go here, I'm coming out towards the corner of the mat, and then coming back to center, all right? So this is just going to get you a little bit more work on one side than the other, working at a little bit of an angle instead of just straight to the center. Bringing those hands back to the front every time, and making sure that your hip stays straight. That's why I wanted you to get you a big cushy mat or a pillow for your kneecap, because you're going to be rolling right over the top of your kneecap there. Back to center. We'll do the other side on the next set. Get your toes in for side planks. I'm holding my handles here. I'm going to take my left foot through the right foot cradle, my right foot through the left foot cradle. All right, we're going to start with a little rotation work here. I'm in line with my anchor point, elbow underneath me. I'm going to push myself up. Now, we're all going to keep our hands on the floor for this one. What you're going to do is straighten your legs, pull up into a little pike, look under your arm, and then come back to center. And if you want to, you can test your balance. Put your hand down, pull the feet in, a little pike, look under your arm, come back down, test your balance. hand down. It's a little pike, a little rotation under, coming back to your plank, testing the balance. Hand down, pike, rotation, and lift. Nice job. Hopefully you didn't bite it. Let's all roll to our stomachs to try the other side. This is called your side plank with rotation. We're adding a little pike to it to be fancy. All right, here we go. Set your plank first, find your balance. Okay, if you want, you can try the handoff. I'm gonna put my hand down, pull my hips up, look under this arm, come back down, and then I'm gonna test my balance with my hips straight. Hand down, pike, look under your arm, back to center, test the balance. Now you don't have to test the balance, you can keep your hand down the whole time. If any time you get tired, just hold the plank, or you can lower this bottom knee and do a modified plank with your hips straight, all right? We got 5 seconds left. One more rep. We're gonna look under that arm, come back to center, balance. Hand down, hips down. All right, guys, pop out of there. We've got our next high intensity round. Woo! We're working everything up to this final combo. We're gonna smoosh everything together. We are gonna side shuffle down. 2 booty jacks. Side shuffle down. Do 2 booty jacks down here. Down and up, down and up. Karaoke, back, and then squat, 180-degree turn. Start it over. Side shuffle down. 2 booty jacks. Down and up. Karaoke back. Squat. 180-degree turn. Reset. Side shuffle down. Sweaty face. 2 booty jacks. Down and up. Karaoke back. Squat. 180-degree turn. Whoosh. All right. Keep rocking. Shuffles. 2 booty jacks. 8 seconds left. Karaoke back. Almost done. 180-degree turn. Whoo. All right, breathe. Whew. It's time for the towel over here at Studio Hustle. Woo. Forehead's getting sweaty. Ah. All right, everybody, grab a quick sip. We're going again in 40 seconds. Last round. We are almost done. It's so fun to talk while you do high intensity things. All right, going in 15 seconds. Quick sip. So, actually, I'm gonna pause this for a second. We're gonna take maybe 30 extra seconds. For those of you that do that hip throw, and you already know that one, if you don't know that one, you're going to take another round the exact same way that we just did, all right? For everybody else, we're going to shorten our straps, and then I'm going to over-shorten mine by pulling the top strap up a little bit more, because I got long arms, and I'm going to do this a little bit further underneath the anchor point. I'm going to walk in. This is for anybody that doesn't have, you're not anchored to a door or a wall. I'm going to come underneath the anchor point, pressing my hips up. I'm pulling my arm across, throwing my head up to the side to pull myself up, all right? Do that for as many reps as you can, and then when you get tired or you feel like you're starting to arch your back, just back up and continue from there. This is your option for a harder level for this round 4. Everybody else, stay where you're at, all right? So we're all gonna start bringing your knuckles together to the center of your chest. Get as low as you wanna be. Lengthen the arms here, or lengthen the arms, straighten the elbows, pull, arms together, rotate and lengthen. Pull, rotate, straighten the arms. Pull, rotate, straighten the arms. Now, I'm trying not to drop my hips, I'm trying to keep them pressed up. So up and over, back and down. Pull, back and down. I'm gonna back up just a little bit to show you guys my hands. The hands come together, then you pull over. The hands are staying here, so it's not one arm pulling. They're coming together, and I'm going to lower myself down with control. Knuckles together, pull that elbow over, lower down with control. It doesn't have to be a million reps. It's cool if you can do that, but only with great form. Rest. All right. Lower those straps back to mid-calf length if you move them. We have our half kneeling rollout on the other side. So you need your mat. Quick transitions, quick transitions. Face away from the anchor point. Now, left knee is gonna come out to the side. It's like Captain Morgan style over here. Arms are out, they're gonna go to the right diagonal this time, and then back in towards the center. Now, it's easy when you've got this half kneeling position to let your hips poke out, but you're not gonna do that, right? Right? You're gonna go over your kneecap, hips come forward, come back to the center, hands about right in front of your chest. All right? Now, if you don't have anything in your way, you can keep scooting back. That will give you more range of motion, a deeper angle, and a harder option. All right? Try to keep those arms lengthened out as much as possible. You have a slight bend in the elbow, but all right. So side plank. Last time, we're putting everything together. Pop those toes in. We've got the full rotation with pike, and it's your option whether you feel comfortable to take the hand off the floor or not. So my top leg is in the front. I'm gonna hit my plank. Now, if you didn't feel super stable, you're gonna keep the hand on the ground the whole time. If you feel okay, hand up, pike under. I'm gonna tap the back of my mat, and then come back to here, straight hips. Pike up, look under my arm, tap the back of my mat, come back to center, steady yourself. See how my legs are swaying? Now they're not. Up, pike, tap, return with straight hips. All right? Follow your hand with your eyes to give you something to focus on. 3 seconds left, one last rep. Woo, hand down, hips down, holy cow. Roll to your stomach to switch sides. Side plank with rotation and pike on the other side. So I'm in line with my anchor, top foot in the front, elbow under my shoulder. Let's finish this up. Hips high. Find the balance first. Keep your hand on or take it off, it's up to you. All right, pike up, look underneath you, tap the back of your mat, and then back to center here. Notice that I'm not going a million miles an hour or kilometers per hour, depending on where you're watching from. I'm trying to take this slow so I can control it. I guarantee you're getting a lot of work here, whether you do 3 reps or 12. All right, it's a lot of time under tension for your lats, your obliques, your abs, your hip extensors, all of it. Hand down, hips down. All right, guys, we're in the home stretch. Last bit of high intensity. It's the same combo as last time. I just want you to crank it because this is our last set, okay? So, side shuffle, 2 booty jacks. Karaoke, turn. Let's go. Side shuffle down, 2 booty jacks. Karaoke back. Fast feet, fast feet, fast feet. Squat, 180-degree turn, and back. Oh, no, shuffle down. 2 booty jacks. Karaoke. Now, if you want, you can do 3 of these turns. If you wanted more. 1, come back to where you came. 3, now you're on the other side. Side shuffle. 2 booty jacks. Karaoke. 1 or 3 turns. Up and over. Last one. Here we go. Side shuffle. 2 booty jacks. Drop it. Drop it. Karaoke. 1 or 3 last ones. Up and back. Whoo! Done. Call it. Catch your breath. Grab a sip. Towel off your face. Whoo! Whoo! Get your hair out of your face. Long breath out. Nice job, guys. Let's cool it down. We're going to keep our head above our heart for a second with this little hip flexor torso stretch. Grab your straps. Face away from the anchor point with your arms overhead. Take your right foot back on your toe. Drop into a little baby lunge. Tuck your pelvis under. And then drop your left arm. Reach high with that upper arm. Looking down and back to that back hand. Focus on your breath here. If your hips are under, you should feel a nice hip flexor stretch in that back leg. And come back up. We're gonna do the other side. So, arms overhead. I stop my hands before they go completely overhead. They're in front of my face. Now I'm gonna take my left foot back squat stance almost. I'm going to drop my back knee just a little bit, tuck my hips under, and then drop my right arm. So I'm twisting towards my front leg here. This top arm is going to reach up and out and over. I'm going to look back to this hand, and I should feel the stretch all the way down this side and into the hip flexor of my back leg. And rest. We've got the low back stretch with rotation. So we're going to face the anchor point. I'm going to walk back so my arms are straight. I'm almost standing straight up and down. I'm going to hinge at the hips, drop my tailbone back, and just let gravity pull my hips back. Now, you can just hang here if you want to. If you want the rotation, listen as I say this, and you can just look down at the floor. Bend your left knee a little bit, twist the entire torso to the right wall, pull that right hip toward the back wall, and then switch sides. And rest, come up. Long torso twist. This is one of my favorite exercises in the entire exercise library at TRX. Walk back, straight arms. You're going to take your left foot and cross it over your right foot. Okay, so I'm twisting my torso sideways, but keeping my hands facing the anchor point. From here, I'm going to drop my hips back, and I get a nice long stretch all the way down my right side from my lats to my obliques. Okay, you can even bend the left knee a little bit. You can stay down there, or you can come up, take a deep breath, and do one more stretch here. Drop those hips back, reaching with the right hip. I even take my right shoulder up by my ear a little bit to lengthen out those lats a little bit more, and rest and come up. Let's switch sides. I'm going to turn back towards the anchor point. I'm going to take my right foot this time, cross it over my left. So my legs are kind of facing sideways. Not totally, but a little bit. My arms are facing the anchor point. Deep breath in here. Big exhale out. Let the hips draw back towards the floor. I'm reaching my left hip back. I'm taking my left shoulder up by my ear. And I'm bending my right knee just a little bit. I'm trying to breathe into this. Coming up, take a rest if you want. If not, stay down there. We got 10 seconds left here. Sink the hips back. You should feel this all along the left side. Lats, obliques, maybe down into your hip, your glutes a little bit. And that is it. All right, guys, so you can rewind that stretch again if you want a little bit more. Typically I would do a longer stretch than that, but we're trying to keep this short and sweet in 30 minutes. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Again, my name is Amy McMullen. I am on Instagram, I am on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, all the things. You can catch me at Amy McMullen or Fit with Flash. Tango, do you want to come give everybody a little high five for their work? He's looking at me like, no girl, I'm sleeping. Tango, come here, come here. Come on. Oh, stretch it out. Stretch it out. Here, let's give him a high five. Let's give him a high five. He's walking so slowly. He doesn't care at all. Come here, bud. Oh, you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Can you wake up? Can you give me a high five? We gotta shake out first. Can you give me a high five? Okay, ready? Come on, high five. High five. Oh, good boy. Thank you, bud. Mwah. Thank you guys for joining at home. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. And yeah, I've got 2 more of these Thursdays left. So hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye.